Good morning. It is the Go Fish Radio Network live from the 45th floor of the Fish World Plaza. I am the notorious F.I. along with Kenneth Charles Herron IV. You suck!
The Go Fish Radio Network.
Where do babies come from?
Where do you think they come from?
Well, I think a stork, he drops it down, and then a hole goes in your body, and there's blood everywhere coming out of your head, and then you push your belly button, and then your butt falls off, and then you hold your butt, and you have to dig, and you find a little baby.
That's exactly right.
That's exactly how it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about that. You dig, your butt falls off, stork, it's disgusting.
Is that how Kingston got here?
It certainly is. Yep.
A lot of digging.
Scratched the butt, fell off, bam, baby.
Yeah.
Slam. It is the Go Fish Radio Network. Good morning to you. Welcome to the program. So glad to have you along. And, we've got some in-studio guests for some strange reason.
They're making a movie about us.
Their teacher has allowed them, and they go to Martin Methodist College. Chanin and Lauren, they're film students. And they've decided, for some strange reason, to make us the subject of their film. I don't know why.
That's because we're beautiful and interesting. Brought to you by Ovaltine.
I'm not brought to you by Ovaltine.
Okay.
Welcome, Shannon. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You got to get right up close to that microphone. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I mean, Shaky's been doing it for a year and he still doesn't know. So it's all right. So
it's not your fault, though.
Yeah. So what made you want to do a film or a short film about myself and Ken?
Our final project is to interview famous people in production. So
Famous people in production. Right on. So when are you going to do that?
hopefully right after the show.
Do you know of some of these famous people? I would like to know them too. Maybe I could ride their coattails.
What kind of film is it going to be?
Snuff film.
Hopefully it'll be dramatic.
They've snuck in here. They're going to kill us.
Oh, no.
What do you think, Lauren? Now, you also go to college with Shannon. And so does film interest you, or are you just like, hey, it's a way to get a credit? I don't care.
Kind of both, really, but I do like to film whenever it ends out correctly and, stuff gets done right.
Right. So are you into more of the concept of the film or editing? You like to be the director? What's probably your favorite part of it?
I think the favorite part is actually filming and then editing and then having an awesome product at the end and knowing that I did that.
Right. No, that's great. That's great. Ken does that all the time. Except for he's got them in a vault under his floor, and he tries to hide them from the police.
That's how you do it, man.
That's right. Yeah.
That's okay, Ken.
So will there be special effects in this film? Like, will you CGI out my imperfections?
Sure thing.
Of which I have two.
What are they? What are your imperfections, Ken?
Well, I don't want to unzip here.
Well, that's not going to be on film.
Oh, that's not an X-ray camera.
Yeah, it's not microfilm.
No, it is HD, though. Yeah.
So they'll see every little imperfection.
That's right.
Okay, during the show, we were asking the ladies to call in, and we were trying to get to whether it was Coldplay or Nirvana. And let me just ask you, Shannon, Coldplay or Nirvana?
Nirvana.
Lauren, Coldplay or Nirvana?
Nirvana all the way.
Nirvana all the way. All right.
The first question for Fish is, where did You Suck come from?
First of all, Shannon, hello.
Hello.
Actually, You Suck came from the first week that I was on the air here was about 3 years ago. We'd just taken over a popular show that for some reason was no longer on Rocket. I don't know. I moved here from Dallas to come work for the radio show. And we had some caller come up, hey man, I don't know what happened to that other show, but you suck. So I said, thank you very much. And we just kind of turned the negative into a positive.
Right.
I figured if you embrace it, and somebody goes, you suck, it can't hurt you if you think it's a compliment. So it started as a compliment, and everybody started just calling in going, hey man, you suck. And it's like, you suck. And that's where it took off from there. And we've got You Suck stickers. They're on cars all around town. And
My car before it died actually had a "You Suck" sticker.
So, you suck!
So how did you get started in radio?
Gosh, I really don't. To be honest with you, I think it was when I was in the 8th grade. My English teacher said, "Wow, you really have a deep voice. You should be on the radio." Mr. Robinson was his name,
Nice.
and so I know his name still. And when I was growing up, I used to listen to my favorite radio station all the time. It was KGON, and I said, "Wow, they've got such a great job." And I mean, I could really go into a big long story about how I got on in the small town, and I continued to work my way up and work my way up. Didn't go to radio school or anything like that, and then after being on the air for 3 years, I said, I do want to get some schooling under my belt. But technically, I had a plan where I wanted to go to work for this radio station, and that was KGON. I wanted to get back to them, and so I enrolled in the radio program at Mount Hood in Portland, Oregon. And one day, Iris Harrison. She was one of the morning stars on KGON for a long time. Iris and Turner, and I kept saying, hey, I want to, intern or do whatever I can. And I was talking to the counselor there, and I said, I want to work for KGON. And he goes, everybody wants to work for KGON. I go, well, I'm going to.
Hey.
And 2-3 months later, I was working for KGON.
Awesome.
At that radio station and living my, it's like, wow, this is great. And it just, it's gone on from there. I've been doing it for many, many years, too many that I would like to count, but it's still fun and having a great time.
There you go.
Enjoy it.
All right.
After that, did anybody inspire you to further your career into the radio business?
No, and that's a
That's all
trap.
on you?
Actually, being serious for a moment, that's a trap that a lot of people that are interested in radio can fall into. Trying to emulate someone that they admire. Just be yourself. If you have the chops for it, if you're an entertaining person, then that'll come out on the radio. Don't try to be someone else. There's a lot of people who try to be Howard Stern and fail at it.
And there's also a lot of people who are like, hey, it's almost like if you talk about specific subjects and go, you're just trying to be so-and-so. It's like, nobody has carte blanche on any specific subject, and guys think about guy stuff, and people do what they are, and that's just the way that they are. But that's the best advice. It's just be who you are. Be real. Don't try to put on some persona or anything like that. We talk about breasts and things like that because you know what? We like breasts.
Breasts are good.
Yeah.
They are.
Okay, I have one for you. What was your first tattoo, and why?
It was.
If you can show it.
It was this. It was the Kawasaki K. I put it on my throttle hand because I thought it would look cool as I'm riding my motorcycle.
That's awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
Sure it wasn't the lips on your left cheek?
It was the name of my first boyfriend, Kevin. Whenever I look at it, I think, stop, I can't.
For both of y'all, if you weren't in radio, what do you think you would be doing right now?
Oh, I'd be running a brothel, I think.
I don't know, I might be in jail for trying to get rich quick or something. Or a security guard. That's another kind of job where you can just sit around and pretty much do nothing, push buttons, right? I did that for a while. I did security guard for a while. Because I really have no other skills.
Me neither. Honestly, if I was not doing this, I swear I would find myself an island somewhere in the tropics, and I would hang a hammock on a coconut tree and just sit there and...
With Monopoola?
Yeah, well, I don't know about Monopoola, but I mean, I would go out and swim and get me a lobster and throw it on the fire on the beach, and that would be my existence.
I always thought I'd make a pretty good homeless person. I'm kind of resourceful. I have a trust me face. Right?
Yeah.
Other than that.
Is that a trust me face?
Yeah.
Or I'm a completely insane face?
Yeah.
That's what I
Give me
thought.
$1, I'll hurt you face.